Welcome to Health 2660. Here we don't just talk about health, we tell the stories that heal. Now please listen to the story. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the veranda of Oak Haven, assisted living painting the meticulously manicured lawn in hues of orange and gold. Agnes, a woman who carried her 87 years with a quiet dignity and an unwavering zest for life, settled into her favorite wicker chair. A small, brightly colored bowl sat on the table beside her, filled with glistening chunks of pineapple. Not just any pineapple, mind you, but a perfectly ripe, meticulously prepared specimen, the fruit of her own careful selection and preparation. Agnes considered herself a pineapple aficionado, a title she held with a touch of mischievous pride. Her love affair with the fruit began in her childhood during a summer vacation to Hawaii with her parents, a trip that had forever etched the image of swaying palm trees and the intoxicating scent of tropical blossoms into her memory. But it wasn't just the nostalgia that drew her to the pineapple. It was the taste, the texture, the sheer, vibrant joy it brought to her palate. Agnes picked up a chunk, its golden surface reflecting the sunlight like a tiny jewel. Before taking a bite, she closed her eyes, inhaling deeply. The sweet, tangy aroma filled her senses, transporting her back to that Hawaiian beach, the sound of the ukulele music faint in the distance. She savored the moment, a small ritual that she performed every time she indulged in her favorite treat. For Agnes, eating pineapple was more than just satisfying a craving. It was a connection to her past, a celebration of the present, and a hopeful anticipation of the future. However, Agnes was not oblivious to the realities of aging. She knew that as her body changed, her dietary needs and precautions had to evolve as well. Her daughter Carol, a registered dietitian, had instilled in her the importance of understanding the benefits and potential risks associated with every food she consumed, especially pineapple. And so Agnes had embarked on a personal quest to learn everything she could about her beloved fruit, delving into scientific articles, consulting with nutritionists, and even conducting her own informal experiments, carefully observing how her body responded to different amounts and preparations of pineapple. Her knowledge of pineapple's nutritional profile was extensive. She knew that it was a rich source of vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that helped boost her immune system and protect her cells from damage. She also knew that it contained manganese, an essential mineral that played a crucial role in bone health, a particular concern for seniors like herself who were at risk of osteoporosis. And of course, she was well aware of bromelain, the enzyme found in pineapple that was known for its anti-inflammatory and digestive properties. Agnes believed that bromelain was the secret to her remarkably healthy gut, a source of endless fascination and admiration among her fellow residents at Oak Haven. But Agnes also understood the potential downsides of pineapple consumption, especially for seniors. She knew that its acidity could exacerbate acid reflux or heartburn, a common complaint among older adults. She was also aware that pineapple could interact with certain medications, such as blood thinners, potentially increasing the risk of bleeding. And of course, she never forgot the possibility of an allergic reaction, even though she had been eating pineapple for decades without any problems. Carol had warned her that allergies could develop at any age, and Agnes took that warning seriously. One afternoon, while Agnes was enjoying her pineapple on the veranda, a new resident, Mr. Henderson, shuffled over, his brow furrowed with concern. "Agnes, dear," he said, his voice trembling slightly, "are you sure that's good for you?" I heard that pineapple is full of sugar and acid. It can't be healthy for someone our age." Agnes smiled warmly, her eyes twinkling with amusement. "Mr. Henderson," she said, "you're not the first person to express concern about my pineapple habit, but I assure you, I've done my research. Like everything in life, moderation is key. And besides, the benefits far outweigh the risks, at least for me." She then proceeded to explain to Mr. Henderson the nutritional value of pineapple, emphasizing the importance of vitamin C, manganese, and bromelain. She also shared her knowledge of the potential precautions, advising him to consult with his doctor or a registered dietitian before adding pineapple to his diet, especially if he had any underlying health conditions or was taking medications. Mr. Henderson listened attentively, his initial skepticism gradually giving way to curiosity. "Well, I must say, Agnes," he said, "you've certainly convinced me that there's more to pineapple than meets the eye. Perhaps I should give it a try." Agnes beamed. "I highly recommend it, Mr. Henderson," she said. "But remember, start slowly and listen to your body. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to share my pineapple wisdom." From that day forward, Mr. Henderson became a regular visitor to Agnes's veranda, often joining her for her afternoon pineapple ritual. He started with small portions, carefully monitoring his body's response. To his surprise, he found that he enjoyed the taste of pineapple and that it actually helped to soothe his indigestion. He also noticed that he had more energy and felt more alert after eating it. Agnes, pleased to have a new convert, shared her secret recipe for pineapple salsa, a concoction that she had perfected over the years, using a blend of fresh pineapple red onion, cilantro, jalapeno, and lime juice. Mr. Henderson, a former chef, was impressed by her culinary skills and began experimenting with his own variations of the recipe, adding his own personal touch with ingredients like ginger mint and a dash of chili powder. Their shared love of pineapple sparked a close friendship, and they spent hours exchanging stories, laughing and sharing their culinary creations. One sunny afternoon, while they were enjoying their pineapple salsa and reminiscing about their past adventures, Agnes received a phone call from her daughter, Carol. Carol informed her that she had come across a new study that suggested that bromelain, the enzyme found in pineapple, could have potential benefits in preventing blood clots. Agnes, always eager to learn more about her favorite fruit, was intrigued. She asked Carol to send her the study so that she could examine it more closely. When the study arrived, Agnes spent hours poring over the scientific jargon, carefully analyzing the data and the conclusions. She learned that bromelain had been shown to inhibit platelet aggregation, a process that can lead to the formation of blood clots. She also learned that bromelain had anti-inflammatory properties that could help to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Agnes was thrilled by the findings of the study. She felt vindicated in her belief that pineapple was a truly remarkable fruit with numerous health benefits. She shared the study with Mr. Henderson, who was equally impressed. Together, they decided to conduct their own informal experiment to see if pineapple could help to improve their circulation. They both started eating a small amount of pineapple every day, and they carefully monitored their blood pressure and their cholesterol levels. After a few weeks, they both noticed that their blood pressure had decreased slightly and that their cholesterol levels had improved. While they acknowledged that their experiment was not scientifically rigorous, they were convinced that pineapple had played a role in their improved health. Word of Agnes and Mr. Henderson's pineapple experiment spread throughout Oak Haven, and soon Many of the residents were clamoring to learn more about the benefits of the fruit. Agnes and Mr. Henderson became impromptu pineapple experts, sharing their knowledge and their recipes with their fellow residents. They organized pineapple tasting parties, pineapple cooking classes, and even a pineapple-themed talent show. Oak Haven became known as the Pineapple Paradise, a place where seniors could enjoy the health benefits and the delicious taste of this tropical fruit. Agnes and Mr. Henderson's friendship blossomed, and they became inseparable. They shared a love of pineapple, a passion for learning, and a zest for life that defied their age. They inspired everyone around them to embrace the joys of aging, to live each day to the fullest, and to never stop exploring the world around them. One evening, as the sun was setting, casting a warm glow over Oak Haven, Agnes and Mr. Henderson sat on the veranda, enjoying their pineapple salsa and watching the fireflies dance in the twilight. Agnes turned to Mr. Henderson, her eyes filled with gratitude. "Mr. Henderson," she said, "I never thought that I would find such a wonderful friend at this stage of my life. Thank you for sharing your pineapple wisdom with me." Mr. Henderson smiled warmly. "Agnes," he said, "the pleasure is all mine. You have taught me so much about life, about aging, and about the power of friendship, and of course, about the amazing benefits of pineapple." They both laughed, their hearts filled with joy. They knew that their friendship would last a lifetime, and that their love of pineapple would continue to bring them happiness and health for many years to come. However, their pineapple paradise was not without its challenges. Mrs. Higgins, a notoriously skeptical and health-conscious resident, remained unconvinced of the pineapple's supposed benefits. She often voiced her concerns about its sugar content and potential acidity, much to the dismay of Agnes and Mr. Henderson. Mrs. Higgins, a former librarian, was a stickler for facts and scientific evidence. She spent hours researching pineapple, determined to debunk Agnes and Mr. Henderson's claims. She presented them with articles about the potential risks of excessive sugar consumption and the dangers of acid reflux. Agnes and Mr. Henderson, however, remained steadfast in their belief in the pineapple's goodness. They countered Mrs. Higgins's arguments with their own research and personal experiences. They explained the importance of moderation and the numerous health benefits that pineapple offered. The debate between Agnes and Mr. Henderson and Mrs. Higgins became a regular feature at Oak Haven. Residents would gather on the veranda to listen to their lively discussions, often taking sides and offering their own opinions. The pineapple debate, as it became known, added a spark of intellectual stimulation to the community and brought everyone closer together. One day, Mrs. Higgins approached Agnes and Mr. Henderson with a proposition. She challenged them to a scientific experiment. She proposed that they conduct a double-blind study to test the effects of pineapple on a group of Oak Haven residents. Agnes and Mr. Henderson, always up for a challenge, readily accepted. They recruited 10 residents to participate in the study. 5 residents were given a daily serving of pineapple, while the other 5 were given a placebo. Neither the participants nor the researchers knew who was receiving the pineapple and who was receiving the placebo. Over the course of several weeks, they carefully monitored the participants' health tracking, their blood pressure, cholesterol levels, digestion, and energy levels. At the end of the study, the results were analyzed. To everyone's surprise, the results showed that the residents who had consumed pineapple had experienced significant improvements in their digestion and energy levels. Their blood pressure and cholesterol levels had also improved slightly. Mrs. Higgins, despite her initial skepticism, was impressed by the results. She admitted that pineapple did indeed have some health benefits. However, she cautioned that it should still be consumed in moderation and that people with certain health conditions should consult with their doctors before adding it to their diets. The pineapple experiment brought about a newfound respect between Agnes and Mr. Henderson and Mrs. Higgins. They realized that they could disagree on certain things, but still learn from each other. They became unlikely friends, bonding over their shared love of knowledge and their commitment to healthy living. Oak Haven's pineapple paradise continued to thrive, and Agnes and Mr. Henderson remained its devoted champions. They organized more pineapple-themed events, expanded their pineapple recipe collection, and even started a pineapple gardening club. They inspired countless residents to embrace the joys of healthy eating and to live each day to the fullest. Years passed, and Agnes and Mr. Henderson grew older, but their love of pineapple and their friendship remained as strong as ever. They continued to share their pineapple wisdom with everyone they met, spreading the message that healthy living could be both delicious and fun. One day, Agnes received some unsettling news. Her daughter Carol informed her that she had been diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of cancer. Agnes was devastated. She couldn't imagine life without her daughter. Carol, a strong and determined woman, vowed to fight the cancer with all her might. She underwent chemotherapy and radiation therapy, but the cancer continued to spread. Agnes, feeling helpless, turned to her pineapple. She researched the potential anti-cancer properties of bromelain and discovered some promising studies. She learned that bromelain had been shown to inhibit the growth of cancer cells in test tubes and to boost the immune system. Agnes, determined to do everything she could to help her daughter, started making Carol large quantities of pineapple smoothies. She also prepared pineapple salads and pineapple desserts. She encouraged Carol to eat as much pineapple as she could. Carol, although skeptical of pineapple's ability to cure her cancer, agreed to try it. She knew that it couldn't hurt, and she appreciated her mother's efforts to help her. To everyone's surprise, Carol's condition began to improve. The cancer cells stopped spreading, and her immune system became stronger. The doctors were amazed. They couldn't explain why Carol was responding so well to the treatment. Agnes, however, believed that pineapple had played a role in Carol's recovery. She knew that it wasn't a cure, but she believed that it had helped to boost Carol's immune system and to fight the cancer cells. Carol eventually went into remission and made a full recovery. She credited her mother's love and her pineapple concoctions with helping her to overcome the disease. Agnes and Carol's story became an inspiration to many. They shared their story with the world, spreading the message that healthy eating and a positive attitude could make a difference in the fight against cancer. Agnes continued to live at Oak Haven, surrounded by her friends and her pineapple plants. She remained a vibrant and active member of the community, sharing her wisdom and her love of life with everyone she met. Mr. Henderson, her devoted friend, remained by her side, sharing her pineapple adventures and her laughter. They lived long and happy lives, proving that aging could be a time of joy, friendship, and deliciousness. And so the legend of Agnes and her pineapple continued to grow, inspiring generations to embrace the power of healthy eating and the importance of living each day to the fullest. The end, or perhaps just the beginning, of another pineapple tale. But like any food, especially for older adults, he also learned to listen to his body. Pineapple is rich in vitamin C and bromelain, a natural enzyme that can aid digestion, reduce inflammation, and even benefit blood pressure and circulation. However, his doctor once warned him that bromelain could interact with blood thinners, and too much pineapple might cause stomach discomfort. So he chose moderation, a small portion of pineapple each day, as refreshing as his own smile, enough to enjoy without harming his body. That was his story. A small slice of pineapple, a simple joy, and a gentle reminder that even the best things in life should be approached with understanding, because our bodies, especially those that have weathered many seasons, deserve to be treated with both love and care. Health 2660. Thanks you for listening. We'll see you in the next video, and until then, be kind to yourself.